Hello everyone, Grandmaster Var Akobian here, and tonight's lecture we're going to be doing endgame studies, okay? If you watch my lectures, you probably know I like the endgame studies, and these ones you haven't seen before. These are really interesting studies, and a lot of these are going to be where you're going to try to make a draw from a losing position. Like in this position here, it's white to play and make a draw. The problem here we see here, this is an outside pass pawn, and your pawn is not going anywhere. It's going to be blockaded by the king, and you're going to be either losing this pawn or I'm going to promote. Right now, if it's blocked move, I start pushing and your king is not in a square. So you have to play a very unique way here. Again, these studies are you need to play very unique in order to escape to a draw. Okay, some of these puzzles have a theme where you end up, getting into a stalemate. A lot of this you're going to see it today. Okay, where one of your key ideas is the stalemate. So I'll give you a couple of minutes to think here. So it's white to play here. How should white try to proceed in this position here? What do you think? Black has two threats here. One is to push the G pawn, and the second one is simply even take your pawn. So something needs to be done here in order to prevent that. And always is a good idea to make a move and create your own threat. Okay, you make a move and create your own threat. Okay, so that's something you would like to do. Okay, king to c6, that's the first move. That forces the move king d8 because otherwise you go king c7. But now he goes here and it seems like, wait a minute now. We cannot promote our d pawn, and again the threat is to play g4, g3, and queen. So what to do now? So what to do in this position? Now it seems like g4 is coming and he's going to queen. So your next move is sort of forced here. I see a couple of correct moves in the chat. Anybody in the audience? Anybody in the audience that think he has the correct move here? In the back.
d6.
King d6? g4. I don't think you're going to stop my pawn any longer because I'm ready to push. g4, g3. So you have to do something that maybe is going to help you to protect. We need to try to be, in a situation where we're covering the g8 square. Okay? All right, we have a move here, king d5, suggested by a few people online, correct. Now if I play g4, you simply come and take it. So I take. Now we lost a pawn, and you know what that means. When you lose a pawn in the king and pawn endgame, you're down a pawn. Most of the time, this means you're going to lose the game. Most of the time, not all the time, most of the time. Okay? Now, what are we going to do? Now we have to try to figure out some ways where we can keep the distance, okay, between the king. We're talking also combining here some kind of an opposition here too, guys. All right, I see a correct move, one correct move in the chat, two correct moves now. Audience here, let's see, anybody. what should be the next move here for black? Because if you make a wrong move now, then you're going to get into some opposition ideas here. Could be a trouble. So we play the move king e4, correct? Now he has two options. If he goes king e7, you just go here and he cannot make progress. Okay, actually, sorry, yeah. So if he goes here, same concept, you go here. So it looks like he's going to try to get you by playing the move here. Okay, but then you have this, and that's just a draw. So that's why after king e7, let's say if he goes king, you have the option here after to play king e. If he plays king d6, this is more challenging. Yeah. If he goes king e7, you just play king f3, make a draw. But what if he goes king d6? And now it looks like a problem, because if you move the king to d4, he plays g4. So there's some difficulties here we see. King d4 loses to g4. So king d4 is a problem, yes. On the other hand, it seems like it's over. His king is getting to e5, but there is a nice idea here at the end of the line. You got to do some good calculation here to see the drawing idea. Again, if you play king e3 also, king e5 is coming, so you're a little bit in a stuck situation here. So you play king f3, correct? Fisher random has got it. Now king e5. You can't lose the pawn, correct? You gotta defend it. And now if you move back, he's gonna take your pawn, you lose. But what kind of move you have here that you can do?
You go and you try to steal mate.
Ah, you try to go for stalemate, correct? Well, that means we go where?
I don't know the notation. Yeah, you go.
h5 you go, h5. If he plays g4, you simply take. If he steps away, you take. And if he takes, what do we call this, everyone? Stalemate. You self-stalemate yourself once again, okay? All right? What a strong defensive mechanism, okay? We see here. Strong defensive mechanism. Now, the following position is very nice, okay? It's an endgame. So you are, let's see here. This one is actually going to be a win. Lots of calculation needed here, though. Okay. Why to play and win? This one, your king is active, but again, it's so few pawns on the board. It seems like it's going to be a difficult task to win this position. Okay. What should we try to do, guys?
Bishop h6, right? Bishop d3.
Bishop h6 or king h6? Yeah. King h6. Okay, that makes sense, king h6, right? Because, if you play king f6, he plays maybe h6. That's why we don't want to go king f6. We need to stop him from playing h6. So we start this move. Now he goes bishop e7. He says, give me the pawn.
You protect with the bishop.
So we protect with the bishop, correct? Okay. And now he says, okay, I wait.
You protect with the bishop, the 2 pawns.
Well, yeah, but if you just protect, you're not going to really win, right? You need to start advancing.
G5.
Now you want to take this. If he moves away, you take with the check. So he goes here. He says, okay, I protect. You protect, I protect. And now it seems like it's going to be very hard to make progress, because if you play g6, he just takes. And you cannot do it. If you move this guy, he takes your pawn, right? Thank you very much. And then he goes here, and then he sacrifices. So what do we do here?
Push the pawn.
No, right in this position. So we push here. This is where we need to calculate. We need to calculate. We need to figure out the winning idea here, the winning mechanism. Why is bishop d5 worse than? Because if you go here, bishop g6, and that's it. You won't be able to attack me anymore on h7, because my bishop will remain on this diagonal. If you move the king, I move here, so I'm going to be very safe now. That's why we have to go with this. And here we arrive to the critical moment here, where we have something that we're going to do here. Critical move to make a breakthrough.
pawn.
Yes.
He
Now,
should
if he
take
takes, you go g6, g7, you give a mate. So now he goes here.
you push the pawn,
Yeah.
and you threaten.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
He takes, you take. If he goes
moves
here,
mate.
yeah,
Yeah.
you mate. All right?
All right.
That's what you gotta
And
remember,
he takes,
okay?
then you take, and then you take the
And
pawn.
if he
that's it.
takes, it's actually very important. Take.
Take and goodbye. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta stay like this though, okay? Very important. You stay like
You go
this.
front to front, and then you take the pawn, and that's it.
And now, if he takes, if you go here, he goes here. He might do this. You take, he goes here. So you go here, you go here. And here, actually, you just need to calculate, okay? You calculate that if you push, he goes here. You push, he has to get out, and then you promote.
Yeah, it's weak.
So this, it's actually very important to understand that this position that we get into, when this happens, if he goes back, it's a mate. And if he goes here, you just take. And here, actually, you just go here. He's in stalemate position. If he goes here, you push. And there's just mate. Yeah.
First.
Okay?
That's nice. Good position.
Yeah, no, it's a good one. Yeah. Okay, this one actually, you're gonna try to win this one, okay? It's a little bit different. So let's see. All right. So the issue we see here is if you play b7, he goes knight d8, okay? So we have to do something here. So what to do?
Who plays?
White to play and win.
White to play and win.
White to play and win this one, yes. First, of course, you have to calculate what happens when you play b7. That's the first move, right? You have to calculate, and then you will see that there is a problem with that.
You have the threaten with the knight, because if you go there, the knight will be.
Well, if you go here, the issue is this.
Exactly. You have the double.
If you queen, you actually might lose now because
Of course.
his king takes your pawns and you win.
Yeah, that's not a good move.
I mean, you can promote into a knight and then he goes king b4. It's just going to be a draw, you know. So that stops you from playing b7. Okay. Now we know b7 cannot be played, so he has to do another move. Okay. White has to play another move because b7 doesn't work now.
Maybe. King b7.
Okay. Now he plays knight e5 because you want to go king c6, so he says, I'm going to stop that. So yeah, if you go to here, then he can check you, so that doesn't do anything. So you have to go king c7, clearly. Now you want to push. It seems like it's going to be easy victory, but he goes here. You push, and now he goes here.
The same, yeah.
Now again, if you queen, you run into the same issue of knight b8. So you have to do something else.
Yeah, you have to go with king d6.
If you go king d6, I think he just plays knight a6. And then he plays king b4, you know?
Can he promote to the knight now?
Well, if you promote to a knight now, he moves the knight to d3. And your king, actually, it's not in the best position. So you don't want to do that right now yet. Okay? Yet. But if your king now is on a7, that will give you a better chance because then his king is trapped. Okay?
We're trying to triangulate here.
Yeah. Well, we want to get back to king here.
Yeah, you have to bring the
King
yeah,
b8.
Go back there, yeah.
Now he checks.
Now check, and you go to a7.
Now he goes back again. If you queen again, he goes knight c6.
You queen a horsey.
You queen a horsey.
Knight.
Ah, guys. Under promotion. What does that do for you if you do under promotion? Now, he cannot move the king, right?
He needs to move the knight, yes or yes.
He has to move the knight. He has to
And
move
then
the
you go
knight.
and you take the pawn with the king and you win with that pawn.
No, if he moves the knight, what happens?
Checkmate.
Ah, we are about to see a checkmate.
Yeah.
So it's mate in two. Whatever black plays now, white mates him in next move because he has him into mating mechanism. It's such a unique position from the start. First you have to go in front of the pawn with king b7 to make progress. Then you push it to the 7th rank. Then you go back again to a7 because you need your king there. And when he goes here, you have his king fixed now on before, and then you go for the under promotion, okay? Under promotion to win this, okay? So very important position, guys. All right, Very complicated one here. All right, it's white to move and draw. Okay. The problem here is this pawns, you're going this way, and these guys are going this way. And these guys are about to queen, and there are two of them, okay, on the 7th rank. So that makes it a lot harder, okay, because there's two of them.
Okay, I see.
And
Can't take the pawn because check and goodbye the horsey and then the other.
goodbye the horsey, and then he promotes the f pawn,
I see.
and he covers your g8 square. So this is the one that you take, check, you go away, goodbye the knight.
Yeah.
You cannot do anything. I take, and I'm getting a full queen here.
Exactly.
Goodbye, game is over. Okay.
Yeah, again, so.
So that's why we have to do some extraordinary things here, okay, because of this.
Yeah, you have to move first the king, avoiding the check for moving the horsey.
Uh-huh.
But I want to promote. No. You have a 2 pawns promoting, yeah. Oh, that's complicated.
Of course. It's always something, right? It's always complicated. What do we do here, guys? Chat, what do we do here? Such a tricky situation here. It looks like it's over. Knight e3 first, correct?
Yeah, that is the first one.
Now he goes here. Now he's about to queen here. I don't think we can allow that to happen, right? Now, what to do here, guys? Now, what we do, guys? The H pawn is very strong. What are we gonna do to the H pawn here, guys?
I was wondering that maybe you can move the knight to
F1? I take.
F1, yeah.
I take. F1, I just take.
Yeah, I know. So you took the other pawn and the other I'm gonna promote because I'm gonna promote in white. Yeah.
Never give up, guys. Never give up your hopes, okay? Try to see if you can find it. What can we do here? Also, in the chat, guys, what should we do? This H1 move is very strong. What should we do to it?
Oh, knight to F5.
Knight to F5 suggested. But queens? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. It's a queen, obviously. And then I get a queen.
Doesn't work.
Doesn't quite work, eh? All right. So sometimes you got to start eliminating things, okay? You have to do what's called the method of elimination, guys. Okay? You got to use the method of elimination. So you're going to start out with which move? Take. Now, if it's your turn, you're going to go bishop g3 and sacrifice for the last pawn. You're in good shape. So he has to take now. And now he's about to queen. It looks like he can bring his bishop to stop it, but bishop is not doing anything. But it's okay. What can you do now with your king? It's okay. You got to slide, right? You got to slide to promote. You got to slide to promote. There is not much you can do. You got to do this, guys. Otherwise, you know, he's going to promote it. So we slide. Now we want to queen. If he queens, we queens. You know, that should be okay. But now he goes here. I know. It looks like it's time to resign here. It's time to resign because if we promote, he takes.
I forgot the other pawn I'm going to promote too. So.
Well, no need to give up yet here, okay? No need to give up here because there is something you can do here. Something very extraordinary, guys. Something very extraordinary. You gotta turn on that imagination, okay? You gotta use that imagination here, guys. And then you're gonna do extraordinary.
Now promote the pawn.
Promote the pawn into a queen. That forces the capture, correct? He captures you. If you capture back your queens, but you're not gonna capture now. What you gonna do now?
Now bishop to d1.
Yeah, you are going to force with the
Aha!
They have to promote a queen.
He has to take with the queen or rook, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, even if he puts a rook here. What do we got now?
Draw. It's still right.
Extraordinary draw, okay? Because this is such a unique way you're going to be able to get a draw here, okay? Fantastic. Fantastic, okay? And that is a stalemate, okay? Remarkable stalemate, I would say, okay? Remarkable. All right. One more, guys, one more. This one, you're actually going to try to win it because you have some ideas. White to play and win. Okay, this one is a win here, guys. Okay, eight moves you have to calculate. Okay, if you want to see the entire solution, that's going to be 8 moves. How white can try to win this? I mean, you're down a piece after all, right? I mean, we should be thinking about how to draw this, I think, you know, not to win. We're down a piece here. But we can probably draw this if we sacrifice the bishop for that last pawn. So that's why we're a little bit safe, okay?
We say the first one is push the b pawn.
Well, that doesn't work because he just checks you.
Yeah, you can allow that.
And he just, boom, stops you.
Okay.
Push he takes, you take, king
Yes,
comes
sir.
in. So the first move, you gotta move that king. That king is really strong because it's covering the d6 square, okay? So
Yeah,
that king,
I was thinking the other could maybe check with the pawn.
yeah.
Check with the pawn.
Check with the pawn. Okay, now this is important because if he takes any of the pawns, you queen, you go here, and then suddenly he doesn't have a way to stop this pawn because if he
Yeah.
goes here, you take, here you take, here you take.
Bishop is protecting, yeah.
And bishop is doing a good job covering, so you actually win this. Okay. So same thing if he takes with the king, you just promote. But now he's going to go here. He's not going to just. He's going to go here.
Check. And you go with, you protect the pawn with the king.
Mm-hmm. Now he goes here.
And push the other, the b pawn.
Push the pawn. Now he takes.
Doesn't work because the horses are gonna help.
Now what to do here, guys? Thank you, Daro. We have some grandmasters who are watching, guys. All right, now what do we do here? Well, we gotta move the king somewhere, right? But where? This is where there is a big difference what you need to do, okay? There is a big difference what you need to do here. You will see. Right now it's hard to explain, but there will be a big difference between where you put the king. Oh, Robert is here. Robert is here. Robert, no need to apologize. All good, okay? From the Chicago Open incident. And I think 2008, Robert says. 2008 or 2009. All good, Robert. Well, where do we go with the king, though? That's the thing here. Where you put your king is going to make the huge difference. King h4 suggested. I like this, okay? I like this. Now, if you play, now I just want to go b7. So he goes here. He says, oops, that's it. I stopped you. I stopped you, he says. Now, what to do? Now, I mean, he's about to take your pawn, so you really don't have too much choice, I think. Your next move, I think, is needed. You gotta take it. Got to take it. Gotta take it. Got to take it. Now he takes back. And now he's ready. He's ready to jump in here, pick up the pawn, and that's it. Boom, boom, take it, you know. What you're gonna do here? What you're gonna do here with this king? You gotta do something to take care of some of the squares, okay? Very important to take care of these squares, guys. King g5, perfect. If he takes, you go b7 and b8, you win. So he can't do that. He has to go here. Yes.
Later you check.
You're threatening to promote. You see the difference why you needed a king here to cover these two squares, okay? Absolutely important. Now you want to promote. He has to go here, no choice.
Check
And now deflection, guys. If he takes, you take the knight.
Yes, sir.
And if he takes here, you say goodbye, okay? You say goodbye, okay? And win the game here, guys. Any questions you have? Got it?
Very good.
Absolutely.
Good exercise.
Absolutely, absolutely. Another good one, guys. And the last one, okay? The last one for today, guys. This one is going to be a hard one, okay? This one is going to be a hard one, but I think you're going to enjoy this one, okay? All right, white to play and win. The problem we have here, guys, is if he wants to sacrifice the rook for the d pawn, he's going to be able to do that, okay? So that's the problem. What to do here, guys?
You have to avoid the rook take the d pawn. So I will play with the king to the 7th row.
Well, but the problem is he will go rook h3, rook d3. If let's say you go here, he goes here.
You go there? Okay.
And then he takes, and it's a draw, yeah?
It's a draw, yeah.
The first move is very important. There is a very important square that needs to be taken away. Okay? This square needs to be taken away, and only then we're going to be able to win it. All right. Yeah. Thank you, guys. We are glad you enjoyed this lecture. Okay? So this is that's why I thought we'd do something different than showing a game or something different. Do endgame studies today, okay? We need to do what? I don't see the. I see the solution. One person is submitting the solution. One player has it. Only one though. The problem is this: if you push, he goes here. You attack him, he has this square, right? So what could be done? What could be done to take away this square, guys? What could be done to take away the square? Huh? So, right here, this move needs to be done right now.
I think one of the moves is the bishop to c7, to d7, d6.
Yeah, but then he just goes here and takes the pawn.
Takes the pawn.
I mean,
Okay.
no more pawns, no more
It's a draw, yeah.
draw, yeah? So we gotta do this, right?
Promote.
He has to take it. You push now. This square is taken. Okay, if he gives you a check, you just go here. This is covered, you know, and basically he runs out of. Wait, sorry.
Yeah, but in that position.
Oh yeah, here check, and here basically. Okay. Then you queen with a check. He doesn't have a check here anymore. Okay. So because of that, he's gonna go here. What do you do then? Attack.
Attack the rook, yeah.
Can't go here, can't go here, can't go here, can't go here. You take. Can't go here, has to go here, no choice. And then what do you do?
Yeah, you put the bishop in the middle.
Absolutely. He wants to go rook b7. You stop that as well. Taken, 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 taken. If he goes here, you just simply, if he moves away, you didn't. And if he goes here, you take. And look at this. You're also covering this so he cannot come in here, okay? And you get the win. So extraordinary position, guys. Really, really extraordinary position here. So you start out with this move, a8.
Promote. Yeah.
You push.
Push.
You attack. Has to go here, and you go here, and you take. All right? Excellent. Excellent job, guys. And you win this game. All right, guys, this concludes the lecture for today. Hope you guys enjoyed these difficult studies and endgame materials. And I'll be here next week is my last week, so make sure you tune in for the Tuesday, Thursday lectures as well, okay? So we will be here showing you some more interesting games, and also perhaps we'll do some more endgame. I still have a lot more endgame studies for you left, okay? So next week we'll cover more of this beautiful endgame studies. Thank you everybody for attending. We had a very strong attendance, I think, on the chat. We had some people as well here. We'll see you next week, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.